Greetings and welcome everyone to Friday's Inspiration. Hang on, I think this is just a little bit blurry. There we go. Maybe that's better. So, welcome. We are back. It's Friday, TGIF. Hope you're going to be enjoying a great weekend. Thank you all for coming here. I always love where to see and hear where you're coming from. And we join here every week to help you raise your vibration so that you can be your most in your most ultimate power as powerful humans. And so we come here every week to help you release all those lower vibrating energies that give us a bad case of gravity, right? So today we are going to be talking about the 3 reasons affirmations don't work. So I'm glad you're all here. Let's see where some of you are coming in from. I know Roma's on visiting her family in Lithuania, which is very cool to have her here. And Virginia Beach. And who else do we have? We have Texas. And people are still showing up, obviously, and not everybody's letting us know where they're from. I'm broadcasting today from Petaluma, California. And so today, for those of you who don't know me, I've been in the healing arts for more than 40 years, and it's morphed and changed over the years. And so now, today, I'm using my gifts to help work with the quantum field and being able to calibrate frequencies, be able to measure these things, to find out exactly where we are in time and space with our energy fields. And so many of you know already about this principle that what we think about the most often for the longest duration with the greatest intensity is how we create our world. And so that's very, very true. That is true. And so because of that, people think, well, if I just say positive affirmations all day, then that will be how I can change my world. And so this has become very popular. And then people have become sort of disheartened because they didn't get the results they were hoping for. They would say, I'm so wealthy and abundant, and then they'd go and look in their bank account and say, oh, no, that's not true. Or I'm so lovable, but they feel like crap about themselves. And so these affirmations can sometimes cause more harm than good. And so the number one reason why affirmations don't work. Great to have Victoria here. Is that Victoria, Canada? Florida, Denmark, BC. Okay, yes, that is Canada. Okay, good. And Los Angeles. Great to have you, Sandra. Okay, so let's dive into this concept around positive affirmations, because there's a right way to do them and then there's a wrong way to do them. So most people just think that if they say these positive things and phrases and they repeat them often enough every day, all day long, that that's going to change their world. And that's not to say that that can't happen, but I'm also here to tell you that's kind of the long way around. If you're, struggling with your health or with your finances or in relationships, and it's not going to be as fast as the way you're going to find out today on how to really make affirmations work. So the first reason that affirmations don't work is, number one, you don't believe what you're telling yourself. So you say these things over and over, but they're not believable because they're not true to you. Otherwise, you would already have it, right? So that's not the case with most people. And so repeating over and over, what happens when you don't believe what you're telling yourself, it creates cognitive dissonance. That's that feeling, that yucky feeling when you say, I'm so lovable, and when you don't feel lovable. right? And that creates a lower self-esteem. So this cognitive dissonance that we feel when we're repeating something over and over and we don't believe it, that's actually more harmful than helpful, because you're creating a negative feeling. So that's number one, is we don't believe what we're telling ourselves. So hang on, I did have a couple notes because I wanted to make sure I told you, telling you what I had thought of. Okay, so the second reason that these don't work. And I so love that all of you show up here every week, and we're getting more and more people showing up. So that means you're sharing this. You're sharing it with your friends, your family, loved ones, on your own social media, so that we can get more people that are on this wave of transformation. And the more people that we have pulling our friends and family forward, the faster these changes and transformations are going to take place. So thank you so much for sharing me every week. Okay, so the second reason that these positive affirmations don't work is that you think you're going inward. You think you're saying these things and going inward, but the reality is, what you think you're doing is you're sending something out so that you can attract it back to you. So that's actually going outward instead of inward. So this journey of transformation is an inward journey, deeply inward, going deep into the shadows and into that subconscious that's driving our bus without our permission or knowledge. It's just doing what it does, right? And so we want to do something very different, which is what we're doing here today, which is going deep into our energy field, into your personal energy field, and releasing these lower vibrating energies that have you not believing your positive affirmations. And so, I never know what I'm going to find each week, but we always find great stuff. And so, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for those things that bring your vibration down. It could be people courting to you, that maybe you're moving too fast, you're starting to change too fast, and people want to hold you back, or you're their rock of Gibraltar, so they court to your root chakra. Except that when they have a bad day, you're going to experience their bad day as your own. That's just one example of many, many ways that our energy field gets affected by all these outer influences. And so by going inward, that's how we resolve these interferences and eliminate them. So that's number two, is that you think you're going inward, but you're actually going outward. So the transformative journey is an inward journey. And then the third reason, because we're going to be doing a MediClearing here in just a few minutes, that is going to help you go on this inward journey. So hang tight and tell your friends while we're getting there. So the third reason that these positive affirmations are not working is because you don't have the actions to back them up. So a lot of people just go through the motions, like they just say things. And I know a lot of people who have even used my 20-minute meditation, MediClearing, but they're just going through the motions. They're not really paying attention to what's going on in their energy field, what's really going on inward, deeply inward. And so unless you have the actions that are going to back up the things, like doing inspired actions that are going to maybe change your health and wellness. Like you can't be smoking cigarettes and eating crappy food and then saying, oh, I have a healthy and well body every day. That's just, those are not incongruent, right? Those are not congruent. And so the same thing with our money and finances. If we are a habitual overspender And we just think that saying, oh, I'm so wealthy and prosperous and money flows to me easily and effortlessly every day, when you're just a chronic spender, well, those two things are not in alignment. So we have to work in harmony with our affirmations. We have to have the actions that are going to back up what we're telling ourselves so that we're congruent, so that we're aligned. So I believe positive affirmations work, however, not in and of themselves. So the way that I like to introduce positive affirmations is after you've cleared all the garbage and then you will actually be more likely to believe what you're telling yourself, because you are in a higher frequency, you are creating some alignment for yourself. And so this one of the things that I've done for the 18-day program that we're currently running, we're already halfway through this program, and it's the first time we've done it all about money, finances, prosperity, and abundance, because prosperity and abundance is actually a frequency, and it can include money. And so the higher these frequencies are, the more chance you have of being able to attract and create and manifest a higher frequency of money, which is going to become evident in your world. And so we're working with this great group of people that are already starting to create shifts and changes in their life. And so as a result, after the first week, we introduced positive affirmations. So it's the first time that I've created my own. And they're not perfect. I know I'm a recovering perfectionist, but they're great. They're great. And so there are 44 of these affirmations, and they're on a loop more than 8 hours. So you can just plug into this while you're sleeping. And when you're sleeping, that's when you're most receptive to positive affirmations. But first, we need to get you in a place so that you're aligned with what you're hearing in these positive affirmations. And so that's what we're going to be doing here today. Is we're working, because this month we're working on um, finances, prosperity, abundance, wealth, more money, more clients, rich resources, all of those things. I wanted to be able to share this with all of you guys, so that you can also, because I know a lot of you have been using my 20-minute free, that one was free, that free meditation. And but it's maybe helped, but you're not quite able to take it to a next level on your own. And for whatever reason, you're not reaching out to work with me. So today we are offering you the opportunity to get these affirmations and start creating some reprogramming of your mind, your mindsets, so that while you're sleeping, this can happen. But these affirmations are designed to be supportive of the work that we do here, the work we're going to do, especially today, because today we're going to focus on wealth, prosperity, abundance, and your money. So, how does that sound for all of you? You guys excited to know about some really positive affirmations? So thank you, Roma, for posting my 20-minute money running your energy meditation, MediClearing. And half of that is designed to raise your money vibe. So that's a great one to get started with. Coming here every week is also another great way to elevate those vibrations. And then getting these affirmations can be a whole next step for you to really anchor in these reprogramming meditations. So, does anybody have any questions about what we're doing here today? Thank you, Rinky. I feel amazing. And we have Canada in the house too. Of course, we have maybe a couple Canadians. That's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead. Yes, totally excited. Great. Uh, it's been helping me already. So great. Michelle is in the 18-day program and she's already noticing some shifts and changes. And so these affirmations are helping to support all of these changes that we're making in this 18-day program. So great. I'm glad you're excited. No neck. Is that how you say it? No neck? I'm sorry, I probably butchered your name. Anyway, okay, so the way that we always get started every week is we first run our energy. So we make sure our energy field is clear before we clear our money pile and bring that into our energy field. So all of these things build on each other. So let's go ahead and get started with making sure that we are really ultra grounded. So first of all, we're going to put down a grounding cord. So I have some news for you guys. Some of you are not even grounded. And so we're going to imagine this huge pipe, this big pipe of energy, like a pipe connected to the base of your spine, and it's going to go all the way to the center of the planet. So this is going to release all of the energies that you're holding that are keeping you in these lack mindsets, in these energies that are making you feel ill and maybe affecting your relationships. So, making sure, okay, so still having trouble. There is a control being right at that root chakra. So, we're going to use a black flame just with your imagination right at that root, and it's going to transmute the attachment of this control being that's not allowing you to get grounded. So you might notice when you're not grounded that you feel kind of spacey. You feel kind of like daydreamy, kind of drifty, kind of floaty, and not really in your body. So if you are going to change these things that are happening in your energy field, remember this is an inward journey, you have to be at home to know what messages are coming in. You have to be at home to receive the messages of what's not working in your energy field. And so getting ultra grounded is like energy 101. Okay, so now we have a grounding cord. Great. So I'm just checking in the background here to make sure that you guys are doing what's happening, what I'm guiding you through. Okay, good. So now you have a good grounding cord. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to imagine roots going down from the bottoms of our feet deep into the earth. You might imagine, I love the redwood trees, so just imagine the roots of your feet going deep down, like as far as the redwood trees. We have changed this a little bit. Before we were going down hundreds of miles, and there's been an adjustment. So we're going down as deep as the trees and connecting with that intelligent communication layer. And so we're going to wrap those roots all the way around the planet. Like we're getting ultra grounded. We need to really deeply connect to our planet Earth. Okay, great. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to check and see if you have a worry circle. Out to the third layer is this worry circle. So we're going to pull in this circle of energy that radiates around your root chakra. We're just going to pull that energy in. We're just going to dump it down the grounding cord. And this is where, in this circle, is where you hold all of the worry, fear, anger, stress, anxiety, doubts, fears, uncertainty. I think I said fears twice because there's a lot of fear. And so all of these energies kick you out of your body because they're not comfortable. Well, now you have a way of releasing this energy. You don't want to escape your body to get away from the energies. You want to release it, like flush it down the toilet, right? Now you have a pipe to flush it. Okay, great. There we go. And the fourth part to getting ultra grounded. Now, this part is not even in my book because it's that new. This infinity system is always changing, morphing, growing, expanding, just like you should be. So, the fourth part to getting ultra grounded is grounding our heart. First, we want to make sure it's 100% open, which it is. We've got a lot of big hearts here. That's great. But we want to take this heart energy and we're going to start bringing it down through the central core. So you might notice some anxiety when you try to do that. So, what we're going to do first, we're going to go down to the root chakra. This is why you don't feel safe grounding your heart. We're going to go out to the third layer, and there's a control being sitting right there. So, we're going to use another black flame right at your root chakra. And we're just going to transmute this attachment because these control beings, which are used by the 1%, they operate without any heart. They have zero heart energy. And that's why they can do all the heinous things that are happening on the planet. They have zero regard for people, for humans. And now we have the tools to counteract and eliminate these energies so that we can really feel strong and confident in our bodies as humans, right? Okay, great. Great. I just, Sandra, I just, because I put on my glasses. I love what you're saying. She says there's a powerful prosperity feeling that comes along with listening to the loop of affirmations. That is so true. And so thank you for that. Okay, great. Need help with boundaries today. So boundaries happen when we use our voice, and that comes from feeling confident in our bodies. And getting ultra grounded is a big part of that. Okay, good. So now we're going to go up to the heart. We're going to ground our hearts. There we go. Notice that difference? Now we're bringing this heart energy down through the central core, and we're just dumping all that energy down the grounding cord so that we can release all of the self-judgments we have. Like many of you think you're not working hard enough, you're not doing enough, you should be somewhere other than you are, you're not doing it right. All of those judgments that are not even your energies. So, great job getting ultra grounded. Okay, good. So now take a deep breath and anchor this energy into your energy field. Okay, great. So now we're going to go far above your heads and we're going to connect with pure source energy. We're going to start bringing this energy, if you want to imagine it as a golden energy or a white energy or a golden white light, bringing that energy down through your creative rings that are stacked above your head. So if this system is a little foreign to you, I suggest getting my book. It outlines the whole system and has great illustrations of all the parts and what we're doing here so that you won't feel so confused when you come here each week. So we're bringing pure source down through the creative rings, which is how you create your world. And so as pure source is coming down through these rings, it's recalibrating what you create in your highest and best interests. Okay, great. Because sometimes we think we know what's best, but we don't. Okay, so we're bringing pure source down through the rings, recalibrating our intentions, all of our dreams and desires, and some of which are just by virtue of creating an intention, we often limit ourselves. And so when we create intentions, we want them to be open-ended. We want them to be well, my favorite question, does it get any better than this? Like, let the universe show you how things get better. And If you have an intention, it's that and better, or that and more, or, keep it open-ended so that you're not limiting your possibilities. There's an infinite number of possibilities available in your rings, depending on how many you have. So we're bringing pure source down through these rings into the crown, 6. So it's stopping right at the 6th chakra. We're going to clear some limiting and lack mindsets, because the congestion goes out to the 3rd layer. So both front and back, we're going to pull in that energy at that 3rd eye, 6th chakra. There's another control being in here. So this wants to control what you think. And so it loves it when you are in effort and thinking that you need to work harder and do more. That's the free range slavery program that the 1% has humanity under. And so we're just going to release this by going to use a black flame right in that 6th chakra. Tu no yo poka a te nanea kia maya a paya kuku a pia. Okay, great. So as we're bringing pure source down through that 6th chakra, here we go, 5 through the throat, into the heart. Let pure source stir in your heart chakra so you can clear more of those judgments. All the coulda, woulda, shouldas. There is another control being in there, so use a black flame right in that heart. Moyana ye kukuama ye anati kukumi ai taye nekiapa anaya kiko muyo. Okay, great. So as we're bringing pure source down through the heart, there we go, solar plexus, where it's stopping again. Right? There's a lot, Deborah, right? I'm glad you're here so we can clear all this garbage. And so as we're bringing this energy down through the solar plexus where it's stopping, there's another control being. So let's use a black flame right in that solar plexus. And ideally, you guys come here every week, not to come and get your house cleaned, but to learn how to master the energies yourself. This is an inward journey, and I don't want you to be reliant on me for all these clearings, but that you're learning here every week on how to do this for yourself. So as we're bringing this down through the solar plexus, there we go, 2nd chakra, spilling down the root. Take a deep breath into that vertical alignment. Really anchor that energy. And now we're going to mix these two energies, that earth energy coming up through the legs with pure source coming down the backside. And we're going to mix these two energies together. We're going to bring that 50-50 mixture up the front, real close to the spine, so it gets the beginning of each chakra through the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So right at that heart chakra, out to that 3rd layer, there's another control being. So let's use a black flame right in that heart. See, they love messing with your hearts because it's like kryptonite to them. And plus, this is where we access our infinite intelligence. And this energy, there's an equal number of rooms in our heart that connect with the rings above our head. When those two are working together, infinite possibilities are completely available to everyone. So, that heart energy is so powerful. And this is where we self-generate love. So to fill ourselves up first so that we overflow, our love overflows out into the world. Okay, good. So as we're bringing this 50-50 mixture up through the heart, throat, 6 crown rings, all of your rings. You might even have more now. We're going to let this energy cascade down like paint being poured over a balloon, down through all the layers of your aura. There we go. Excellent. Okay, great. And so we're going to pay special attention to the 15th layer. We're going to start at the bottom. So this is where that 1% energy hangs out. And we're just going to lift that energy up, 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 sending it off planet as it goes through the central core above your head. Then the 20th layer wants to get grounded, but we're going to start at the top. So this 20th layer is our innate warrior, the most powerful part of our energy field. And it has access to 360 degrees of awareness in every direction, like we're in a sphere. So in every direction. And then also it has access to 360 senses. So this is why you want to be at home in your body, feeling comfortable, so that you can access more of these senses. The Egyptians, when they were at their height, had access to these 360 senses. So this is how I'm able to do the work that I'm able to do. People all the way in France, in Canada, and India, where all of you guys are, I'm working with the quantum field. And so I have the senses that make that possible. And all of you, this is available to all of you. All right, so 20th layer. Then we're going to jump out to the 50th layer. This is kind of a new layer. This is where the watchers hang out. So for those of you who've been following, you know that the 40th layer is the layer of oneness. And this is the layer that's expanding out as we're getting clearer and clearer, and we're letting go more of the garbage. We're expanding out. And so these watchers in the 50th layer are trying to prevent that from happening. They're trying to hold it down. But we found them now. So we busted their game. So 50th layer, great. Clearing that. Okay, good. And then 50, 60. Okay, great. The rest of the aura looks clear. So the last thing we're going to do with this process of running your energy is, are the watchers bad? Yeah, well, not so much good or bad, but I'll call it a darker energy, and they're trying to prevent this oneness from expanding. So if that's a bad thing, yes. All right, so it's kind of like the yin and yang, you know, when something is pushing, something else wants to push in the other direction. And so we're going to break through that layer. And then there's more layers. There's an infinite number of layers, but this is where we are in the evolution, at least that I'm privy to. All right, so the circle of reciprocity is the final part to running your energy. We're going to take that beautiful, warm, glowing heart energy, and we're going to run it through your circle of reciprocity. So up to that right shoulder, out that right masculine, giving, implementing arm. Great, because you're great givers. And so then let's put the fingertips together like you're holding a small ball. And then we're going to allow this energy to come into the left receiving hand. So it's going to come into your left hand. You're going to allow yourself to receive. This is no controlling. There's only one thing you can control, and that's you. And so, and sometimes you're even too controlling with that. So we're allowing flow and surrender, so pure source can flow through you and you can start to manifest the things that you desire. All right, so it's coming out the right arm, in the left. That's the circle, through the heart. Simultaneously through the throat, let it clear all those words that get stuck in your throat. Maybe you want to express yourself. Maybe you're still trying to have a conversation with someone that didn't end well. Just allow that to flow through. There you go. Through the sixth chakra, simultaneously through the crown. So you can be sovereign. You can be the boss of you. And then through all the creative rings that are above your head, this is also where you access your Akashic records. That's all knowledge from the past out into the future. And so we have access to all of this. This is how we can clear past lives. This is how we can connect to our future self. All right, so great. And so now that is clear. That's excellent. So there's one more thing we're going to do, and that is we're going to clear your money piles and raise those, get you aligned with that money, so that if you decide to get the affirmations, then that's how these affirmations are going to be the most supportive, is that you've cleared the energies here. And you can always come back to this video and listen to it again and again, so that you just get clearer and clearer. All right. All right. So money piles, we want to raise your money vibration. So right now, collectively, it's at 500. So 500 is low on the Hawkins scale. That's the vibration of love, but that's kind of like low grade love. Like, I love chocolate, but there's so many higher frequencies that you need to access that will make this more aligned and more juicy. Okay, good. So we are going to start eliminating. So this breaks through to infinity at 250,000. So this is the new infinity scale, and this is where we're getting to today. So I want you to imagine a huge pile of money out in front of you. It has its own private, separate grounding cord from yours. And we're going to start draining out of this money pile all of the energies that are bringing your money vibration down. And these are the beliefs of other people. Maybe people are courting to you and your money. So we're going to just start draining all of it. And we're first going to start with your parents. This is whether they're alive or not, because it's their beliefs that get in your money pile, right? So we're going to release the moms. Yeah, so hardworking martyr moms. I had a professional martyr mom, so I know how those work. Great. So we're going to just send mom's energies and all her beliefs about money down the grounding cord. And then we're going to do the same thing with your dad. Hardworking dads, right? They believe that, yes, you have to work hard for money. That's the only way. It is one way. You can certainly work hard. You can work your ass off for money. But there's an easier way. And so this is what we're doing here today. Getting aligned to an easier way. Okay, great. So, mom, dad. Okay, so next is we're going to release, if you have a partner, yes, so many of you have partners or exes. They can also, like, they don't want to see you succeed, and so they just put their negative stuff in your money pile. Okay, there we go. Draining all that out. Great. And then some of you have children. Ooh, yes. So children, boy, do they put high demands on your money, right? Let's get sovereign over our money frequencies. Okay, there we go. Draining kids out of there. Let's see if there's anybody related to work. So this could be a boss. Yes, so there's some of those in there. This could be a business partner. No. This could be clients. Yes, clients or customers. Whew. Maybe some of them want their money back. So that's just you manifesting what's going on in here. All right, great. And then well-meaning friends. Oh, good. Your friends are not in your money pile. Let's see if there's any well-meaning family. Yes. Some of them are competing with you. Some of them don't want you to get too far ahead. Some of them are just lazy and they want your money. Okay. Okay, good. There we go. And then last but not least, let's see if we forgot anybody. No. But last but not least, we're going to release the 1% out of your money piles. So let's just send them down. See, they own most of the money on the planet. That's shifting and changing, right? That money is going through a massive transformation right now. So they are losing their grip that they have over people and their money. Okay, great. So let's remeasure money. Julia, great to have you here. Okay, you'll want to listen to this from the beginning. Okay, good. So money piles, let's remeasure. Now your money is at infinity. This is where you want your money piles to be. So you're going to imagine a liquid gold stream of energy coming out of your money pile, and it's going to come above your creative rings, and it's going to start seeping down through those rings, through all of those desires, intentions, dreams. And it's going to recalibrate these with money in your highest and best interests. All right, good. So as it's coming down into the crown, just before it gets to the crown, there's a control being there. So use a black flame just a little bit above your crown, above your head. And we're going to transmute this control being that doesn't want you to get sovereign with your money, which means that you will be the boss of your money. And you're not going to be a slave to your money anymore. Okay, great. That's just part of the old paradigm. Okay, so as money is coming into the crown, so it's stopping right at the crown, there's congestion out to the 15th layer. That's the 1%, who is sovereign over most people's crowns, right? So we're going to use a black flame because there's some control beings that are also trying to control your crown right at the top of your head. Let's use a black flame. And we're all doing this together, which makes it more powerful. It's like we create a mastermind where we're all moving in the same direction with the same intention. And that makes us much more powerful. We have people all over the world joining together right now and out into the future. All right, great. So that energy pulls into the third layer at your crown. Maybe you can feel that. There's another control being that wants to disconnect the power from your crown, disconnect the power from your sovereignty. So let's use another black flame. If you want to use a circle of a black flame around your head, you can do that. And so you're all doing your own work. You're not coming here to get your house cleaned, right? Get your energy cleared. It's all about doing the work. There we go. That was kind of big. Okay, great. So now we can bring this high vibration of money into your crown, into that sixth chakra, where it's going to stir and clear the limiting and lack mindsets that you have. This is why you're struggling financially or with your money or prosperity, abundance, rich resources. Abundance is a frequency and it includes money, but that's not the only thing abundance includes. All right, so as it's coming into the crown and that sixth chakra, there's another control being sitting right at that third layer. It wants you to think, this is all about the thoughts. It wants you to think that you're powerless over money. So that's a big fat lie. Let's transmute these beliefs with a black flame and these control beings. Okay, there we go. Oye nai ma ke unu tupoye a maye ke atata no kukuye. Okay, bringing this money, liquid gold, down through your sixth chakra, down into the throat. Let it stir in there so you can have conversations about money. It doesn't have to be a forbidden subject. It's a thing you don't talk about. Money likes tension. If it were like a friend, in our group, we're having conversations with our money. We're letting money know how much we appreciate it and how we're looking forward to having some fun together. And it's great. Okay, great. So right at that throat, clearing all these conversations, and maybe you're having a difficult conversation with someone about money. It's a charged subject, right? And there's a control being in the throat. Use a black flame. A lot of people have lost their heads over money, right? A lot of people get killed right here at the throat. So there's some residual energy there as well. It's about 3 lifetimes you're clearing when you got killed at the throat over money. Okay, good. Okay, good. So now as we're bringing money down through the throat into the heart, let it stir in the heart. Let this high vibration of liquid gold transmute all those ways that you're doing yourself wrong, judging yourself. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, done that thing, but you didn't. Don't beat yourself up about any of this stuff anymore that's in the past. We have to let go of the past. We start fresh every single day because we're in the present moment. That's the only place you can create any potential for the future, is from the present. Not beating yourself up about the past or jumping so far out into the future that you're worrying that you're not here present in your body, fully enjoying the present moment. Okay, there we go. Whew. Okay, good. So as we're bringing this money down through the heart and the solar plexus, let it stir in there. Clear that effort, like where it says, oh, you have to work hard for money. You have to take actions. You have to keep taking your next effortless, inspired action, but it doesn't have to be hard. We're taking all the hardness out, right? All the effort, pushing, forcing, chasing money. So we're clearing all of that out of the solar plexus. Okay, good. So now we're bringing money, your money frequencies down through your solar plexus into the second chakra. Great. Spilling down the root. So now you're vertical with your money. See how much better that feels? Does that feel like exciting now? Maybe it feels a little more exciting to think about money, to think about having fun with your money. Okay, good. So as we're bringing this money up the front of the central orbit through the second, third, fourth, okay, clear some more of the garbage, the guilt, the shame around money in your heart with this high vibration of liquid gold, so that you can start loving yourself and showing honor and respect for yourself through your money. Okay, great. Instead of beating yourself up. Maybe you'll go buy a rose today as a reminder of how lovable you are, how amazing you are. You're here doing the work. Reward yourself with something even as simple as a rose that you can just look at and just say, ah, yes, I'm doing the work. Happy me. Okay, great. So let's bring this money up through the heart, throat, 6 crown rings, all the layers of the aura. That liquid gold just streaming down through all the layers. Let's pay special attention to the third layer with this aura. Clearing out more of the effort. It's like paint being poured over a balloon, this liquid gold. And we're going to go out to the 15th layer, but we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to lift the 1% out of this layer first. And then we're going to let that liquid gold stream down and recalibrate this layer. And then pay special attention to the 20th layer, the innate warrior, so that you can be your most powerful human with your money. Your money's going to amplify. Money doesn't give you power, but it's going to amplify all the energies that are in your energy field. If you are a jerk, poor, if you're a poor jerk, you'll be a rich jerk. So it doesn't matter. So, okay, great. So 15, that was 20. We're going to jump out to the 50th layer where the watchers hang out. So we're going to start at the bottom, lifting this dark energy out that doesn't want us to expand and become more evolved, greater humans. Okay, the rest of the aura is clear. Let's bring this high vibration of money now out your right arm as you give out into the economy, into your left hand, so it goes through the fingertips and through the palms. Receive, allow yourself to receive money, wealth, prosperity, abundance, rich resources, love, time, support, whatever it is you need. You're the one who's in charge of what you receive by how much you allow. Okay, so it's coming up through the shoulder, through the front and back of the heart, throat, 6 crown rings, all of your rings. Ah, ta-da! Doesn't that feel great? So this is the energy that you want to go into the weekend with, in this high vibration of prosperity, abundance, wealth, and feeling aligned with your money so that this can start changing. And so the way that I'm suggesting that you can further maintain this is through these affirmations that I've created. This is we've introduced this as part of the 18-day program. I'm sharing it with you guys now. So if you'd like this to participate and get these affirmations, yes, it feels great. Great. How else are some of you guys feeling as a result of we're doing all of this? Got to run a bit early. Well, you can always listen to the recordings for those of you who can't stay for the full thing. But let's see. I am learning, especially when you describe these vague knowings. Okay, great. A control being keeps slamming a door. And that's probably a discarnate being, not a control being. So there's previous videos about that. What affects glands in the throat might swell up and down, but it was awesome. The throat is, well, it depends. It can be a lot of things. It can be past lives. It could be people courting to you. It could be outgrown guides. It could be fear entities, control beings. In your case, it's a control being, so you can use a black flame there. And so the throat it's a very common place to hold a lot of past life energies, because we've all been killed many, many times for being in our power, for speaking our truth. And I know that I've been plagued pretty much my whole life with cold sores that develop around my mouth. And when I'm under stress, they kind of come out. And I've noticed they have been much more recently. I have to really stay on top of it with some lysing. But to me, that's like old anger coming out from speaking up, speaking my truth. This is, one of the things that I'm working on. So I'm working and growing just like all of you. We're continue to grow and evolve. And so, just I'm at a different level, but this is what we do. We inspire people who are a little further behind, bringing them forward. And so no doubt you're doing the same with people that you help and clients as well. And also get really hot around negative energy. Tammy, missing going through the current 18-day session. Yes, we missed you too, Tammy. So, and so these prosperity affirmations are now available to all of you, and it's a great way to reprogram. Now that you have this high frequency, you're going to believe, it's more believable what you're going to hear in these affirmations, these 44 affirmations that are on an 8-hour loop. You're more likely to believe it because now we've cleared tons of garbage, and no doubt there's more, but this is how you get started. You clear, you listen, you clear some more, you listen, and it helps to reprogram when you're most open and receptive to these reprogramming meditations, positive affirmations, while you're sleeping. So that's why we're introducing them. Well, the way you'll know if there's something wrong with your throat is go to a doctor. So these, I'm certainly not here to replace doctors, and these energies all work together. So if you think there's something physically wrong with your throat, you can always go to a doctor. Thyroid. Thyroid's only operating at 50%. Of course, I'm not a doctor. This is just my energetic read. So there are ways to work with the organs and the bodies and raising frequencies. And so for those of you who are interested in doing more even than just these affirmations, there's ways of working with me. But it always starts with getting your vibrational altitude report, where I measure more than 50 things without speaking to you, knowing anything about you. I don't want to know your stories. I don't need to. I don't need to see a picture. You don't have to answer any questions. I just tap in to the quantum field and do a read on you. And so people are usually pretty blown away about what I'm discovering. I tell you where all the blocks are. If you're a healer, you can heal this stuff yourself. This report comes with a 30-minute conversation so we can discover what you were able to clear on your own. Maybe you still need help. Maybe you got it all. We never know. So, okay, great. Yeah. So you probably have a lot of issues around being able to speak your truth. And that's a great way to find out is through the altitude report, along with going to your doctor. Then you'll know for sure. But at any rate, I hope you guys enjoy these affirmations. I know we're getting great feedback about it in our group, and loving it, feeling really inspired. They're very calming and just very inspirational. So I hope you'll enjoy these this weekend even. Now that you've got all your vibes all high and aligned, your money's aligned, and you can start attracting and manifesting new things from this new frequency. So that's what we do here every week. We raise your vibrations so that you can be your most powerful human. All right. Well, go off and enjoy your weekend, and we will see you back next Friday. Sending much love. Namaste.